Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're here, it probably means you're aiming for the very top, that perfect 45 in the International Baccalaureate. Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we are breaking down the ultimate roadmap to get you there.
So, let's kick things off with the big question, right? Is getting a perfect 45 actually possible? The short answer is yes, absolutely. But here's the secret. It's less about just acing tests and more about mastering a whole new way of thinking. And that's exactly what we're going to map out today.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start by looking at the challenge itself. Then we'll dive into the IB's DNA, what makes it tick. We'll cover the 3 core parts you have to master, talk about choosing your subjects strategically, and then we'll wrap it all up with your very own 45-point playbook.
Okay, let's dive right in. The very first thing you need to get your head around is that 45 points isn't just a score. It's really the outcome of a very specific, very strategic approach to your education over 2 pretty intense years.
Yeah, this is a whole different league from your standard high school program. The IB is designed as this complete 2-year journey. It's built from the ground up to push you way beyond just memorizing facts and get you ready for the kind of thinking you'll need at a top-tier university.
Now here's something that's super important. You can't just game the IB system if you don't get what it's all about. To really crush it, you have to get into its DNA, understand the core mission that's behind everything they ask you to do. And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. Think about traditional school. A lot of textbook learning, the teachers at the front of the room. The IB, it completely flips that script. It's all about you leading the inquiry, developing skills you can actually use, and looking at everything from a global point of view. So here's the bottom line. The IB's mission isn't just about what you learn, it's about who you become. The whole program is designed to shape you into someone who is curious, compassionate, and keeps learning their whole life. Someone who really gets and respects different perspectives.
All right, let's get into the 3 pillars that make the IB diploma so unique. And listen, these are not just some optional extras. They are absolutely fundamental to getting those top points. A lot of students trip up here, so let's break them down. First up, we have theory of knowledge, or as you'll get to know it, TOK. This is really the philosophical heart of the entire IB program. It's not a normal class. It's all about making you step back and ask, how do I know what I know? It's about learning how to think, not just what to think. And that skill, it helps you in every single one of your other subjects.
Next, the extended essay, or EE. This is your chance to go super deep on a topic you're genuinely passionate about. We're talking a 4,000-word, university-level research paper that you are in charge of from start to finish. It's a huge project, but, and this is a critical tip, your grades in the EE and TOK can earn you up to 3 bonus points. Those 3 points are often the key to hitting that perfect 45.
And rounding out the trio is CAS. This is basically the IB's way of making sure you don't spend 2 years living in the library. Creativity, activity, service. It forces you to get out there, do something artistic, get moving, and give back to your community. It's all about making sure you grow as a person, not just as a student.
Okay, so we've covered the core components. Now let's talk strategy. Your quest for 45 points really begins with one of the biggest decisions you'll make: picking your subjects. This choice lays the entire foundation for the next 2 years.
And you really don't want to take this decision lightly. Just follow this flow. Start with what you're good at and what you genuinely enjoy. Then, look ahead. What do the universities you're interested in require? From there, build a balanced schedule and be really honest with yourself about the workload of higher-level versus standard-level subjects. And please, talk to your teachers and counselors. They've seen it all.
So the structure is pretty set. 3 subjects at higher level, or HL, and 3 at standard level, or SL. Those HL subjects are where you need to be really strategic. A lot of the top university programs have very specific HLs they want to see, so doing that research is absolutely non-negotiable.
All right, this is it. The theory is done, now it's time for action. This is your playbook. Let's break down the actual practical habits and strategies that separate the good IB students from the ones who get a 45.
I want you to remember this number, 20%. On average, that's how much your internal assessments, your IAs, are worth in each subject. Think about that. These are points you can lock in throughout the year, way before you ever sit down for a final exam. And remember, your teacher grades them, but they're checked by external moderators, so the standard is the same everywhere. You have to nail your IAs.
You cannot survive the IB without being a master of time management. It's not about working hard, it's about working smart. Get an app like Google Calendar and map out every single deadline.
Use techniques like the Pomodoro to stay focused. And a huge pro tip, start that extended essay and your IAs way earlier than you think you need to. Trust me, they always take longer.
And please remember this. Burnout is the #1 enemy of a high score. The IB is a marathon, not a sprint. You have to take care of yourself. Keep up with your hobbies, get some exercise, eat decent food, and make sleep a priority. A tired brain can't do critical thinking. And asking for help, that's not a weakness. It's a strategy.
You know, while we're all focused on that 45, it's so important to keep the big picture in mind. That score is just a reflection of the incredible skills you're building: discipline, curiosity, and the ability to learn on your own. Those are the things that will set you up for success long after you've forgotten what you got in biology.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Chasing a perfect score is going to push you to your absolute limits. But as you're going through it all, take a second to ask yourself, what's the real prize here? Is it the number on that piece of paper? Or is it the capable, resilient, and worldly person you're becoming along the way?